So good morning. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about building a virtual team. A lot of you talk to me or send me questions about resources, and I know you feel the pressure of hiring people when your money is tied up in something else. So how do you take the risk? Is it really a risk though? How do you take the chance, the opportunity to hire the best people? For me, that has come with really understanding the kind of team I wanted to build, and also understanding that sometimes the best talent does not reside next to you. Sometimes they reside all across the world. So today I am going to take you behind the scenes to how I have my meetings with my team, how I keep them on schedule. And yeah, the most exciting thing about today is the interview I have with Natalie, who is a blogger with forward40.com. And she's also a wonderful dear friend. So today is really jam-packed, and I think you're going to learn something from it. Oh, Patel, I was just about to call you back. My phone died. So you would see that it's color coded according to what was sent first and what was sent last, right? So what are we selling? What are we selling? We are selling Forward 40 Digital. We are selling our services. So, and we'll go through a talk point again, right? Like how you did last time, right? Able to work with your team to implement not just strategy, to help you implement tactical, to help you implement. And so what we want is a chance, an opportunity to listen, to see if there's a way we can partner, as well as to present our services, right?
So it's just a matter of how we're going to approach it.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So we will talk then again on Friday to look at the code.
No.
All right. You know what I just thought about, Eliza? Patel is going to be doing the database with regard to getting us in front of companies, for companies to know about us. And you are going to be calling about the ultimate Christmas gift list, and it may be too confusing. So we may need to coordinate some messages.
Well, the thing is, I know some of the companies, those would have been more, well, I don't know if all the companies we talk.
No, edition would be much better than chapter. So we're creating our ultimate gift, our annual ultimate Christmas gift list. So now, so I've spoken to Eliza, to Patel, and now I'm going to just leave a message for my web partner. My web partner is actually not based in Trinidad. He's based in New Delhi. We're creating a lot of projects together. Our first project was the website, but subsequent to that, we're doing some e-guides, some e-books. We're restructuring a course, an e-course for January, February. And yeah, so we have lots of things in the pipeline, including our YouTube channel. We're working on different time zones. It's different cultural ways of working. But Harry's a good guy, and you know, just making sure that everybody's aware of what they have to do, but most importantly, stick to deadlines that feeds. The deadlines must feed into the outcomes that we all agree on, the timelines that client needs, things that we need to launch products and services. So it's very important that I make sure that everybody is keeping on timelines. So calling Harry now. Hi Harry, sorry about that. I pressed the button by mistake. Okay, so I know we have a meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern. I have to be in an interview at that time, but I wanted, please, if you could send all the Etsy products for me to review. It's extremely critical. And there's some other outstanding stuff that I put on the, not on Wunderlist. I think I sent it to you through WhatsApp. we can agree to meet tomorrow with the understanding that you're supposed to upload Etsy today. Or we can meet at 4 o'clock Eastern time, because that's when I will be finished with my interview. So let me know either which way, because we have to settle on a number of stuff. Thanks, Harry, and hope you are having a successful day. Chat soon. Bye-bye. Take care. Just keeping everybody on track and making sure that everybody understands the big picture. So I don't like to just tell people what their workload is. Typically what we discuss is like, what's the big vision that we have here? What do we want to achieve? What's our outcome? And then we say, to get here, we start here, and what does each step look like, and what are the challenges, and how do we build? Another key thing is, how do we build the intersectionality of the team? So that's really, really important. So I've just finished the meetings. I have, there's a dispute resolution I have to do with someone on my Etsy store. And the big thing today, though, is that meeting with Natalie. So she's the travel blogger for forward40.com, and I have an interview with her to talk about travel. It's part of a blog series that we do called Forward40 Travels. It appears every Tuesday on the blog. So I'm really excited about that, because we're close friends. So close friends over a great cup of coffee is like in a great cafe. There's nothing like it. So this is actually my favorite coffee shop, and it's Diane's. And one of the things that I love about Diane's is service, food, and atmosphere. So this is where I chose to interview Natalie. And I'm always a little bit early because I like to be prepared. And she's about to come. She's coming in about 15 minutes. This is a conversation between two friends, and I wanted to find out more about her travels. The good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's not always roses. And for her to connect with you, and for you to understand, if you wanted to have a life full of travel, not necessarily like hers, but one that you planned for it and you were able to execute your dream, then this would be the conversation to listen in on. Hey! How are you? Good, you?
Good, so good to see you.
I know.
Oh my God, I'm here.
On time?
Yeah, on time. It's quite real.
Okay, so you know Natalie from all the weekly blogs and the photographs of the stunning places she has been to. But she has been in Trinidad for the past, what? Week. For the past week, and we had an opportunity to spend a lot of great time together. And I wanted you to sort of get like a flesh and blood approach, kind of get to know her a little bit more intimately beyond all the great stunning images and blogs that she writes, the blog posts that she writes for us. So there was always this need to always be
Do something, yeah.
on the move.
Yeah.
Now, not kind of, some people find joy in being still.
Yeah.
That wasn't your vibe.
At some point, but I think to my core, stillness is great, and I could appreciate that too.
Yeah.
But I like to be out doing something. I'm a verb. I used to say that I'm a verb. I'm a doing thing.
Yeah.
So I'm a hiker, a runner, a sailor. I'm a verb.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where I get my joy from,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
outside.
So you've traveled to how many countries?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you ever counted?
Sometimes I do, but I've lost count.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what has been there's so many experiences, right? But what has been something that has touched you in ways that was transformative?
Well, I won't be able to pinpoint one experience, but what has impacted me is when I go to a country and you see how people have adapted, the adaptability of humans.
Yeah, the resilience.
Resilience and adaptability of humans. So for instance, when you go to Kenya and I see kids as young as my daughter, 7, 6 years old, and it's hot, hot sun, 40 degrees, and they're walking barefoot.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Wow.
Thank you.
And they're going to school, and there's no meals, and they cook at school. Or when I go to like one of the floating villages, either on the Amazon or where we just came back from Asia, from Thailand, and you see how the people live and how they adapt and the resilience of season after season. And I think that has been the most transformative for me in terms of travel.
How would you suggest they go about activating the dream? Because travel really is about planning, right? More so than anything else. Yeah?
Yeah, I worked in a mutual fund company here, and we would also encourage people, again, go back to your dreams.
Yeah.
If your dream was to own a house, to have a car, to go on your dream vacation, and that's how, first of all, let's start with the money, because a lot of it, that's a big obstacle for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
because it costs a lot.
Yeah.
It costs.
It could cost a lot.
Yeah, or it could cost not so much.
It could cost not so much, because...
Oh, so I want to know about that. Yeah, okay.
Because, let me go back to the cost, because a lot of destinations now, because you have online, trips and planning advice and stuff, you could cut a lot of the cost, and some destinations are cheaper than you think also. I think sometimes we just say, oh, it's going to cost so much without actually costing it out.
Yeah, so like my friend invited me to Shanghai, and I am going, and I remember telling someone that in the gym, and she said, oh, you're going to spend $40,000 on that trip?
Yeah.
And when she said it, I'm like, oh my God, that's it. But really, when I started to check, it was nowhere close to the amount. Yeah. So there's the assumption, is what you're saying.
There's always the assumption.
Yeah.
For instance, we've just come back from Asia. Asia, depending on where you go, like Cambodia, some parts of Thailand, they're very not inexpensive, but affordable. Yeah. The food, the hotels, and all that. And I met on the way this time a young girl. She was Nigerian. She was Nigerian, living in Ireland, working in South Korea. And so she was touring Asia, and she was doing this on a shoestring budget. Right where, just she was on her phone with the apps, and she was getting hotels. She didn't like the hotel she was in, so right there she said my budget was like €11 a night. And she was getting decent hotels to stay. So I think you have to be creative. It's also where and creativity comes in. If you want a 5-star experience and the full works, then we're talking of something totally different. But if you're interested in travel and experiences, there are ways to do it without putting out $40,000.
Right, and not being a backpack traveler, because many people who are over 35 are not interested in being backpack travelers, right?
No, but there's an in-between.
Yes.
From the 5-star
from the luxury to the backpack traveler, there's something that's affordable to all at every price point. So, okay. Well, I know that I speak for the entire 440 tribe that follows you and just really enjoys your travels, because it makes them more courageous. It makes us all, I don't want to take myself away, because it makes us all that much more courageous and that much braver to do things that we have buried inside of us, and it's because of that you're doing it.
Oh, wow.
So thank you.
That's great. Don't be afraid. As I say, get packing all the time.
Get packing.
Get packing and start small.
Yeah.
Even if you're like intimidated by the big places, the big countries, start small.
Yeah.
And you would be amazed with confidence that you develop within yourself, because travel is just a journey inward. It seems outwardly, but it's not. Because you develop the confidence inside, whether it is to speak to somebody in a foreign language, and you just have to use hand signals, and then it happens, and the communication works, and then you go, oh, I could do this, or it could be any as small as that. Trying a new meal somewhere that you maybe thought you wouldn't like, but the journey is inward, and I think that's why people like travel so much, because it's transformative to them inside, So
it's a beautiful note to end and to enjoy our meal. Buon appetito. So it's just about 5 o'clock, and you spent literally the day with me. I hope you like these kind of stories, and you get to see what growing an online business and being a digital entrepreneur is all about. It's a lot of hard work. Hi. Oh, oh my God. Oh, thank you. Oh, I wonder what it is. Let's see. Oh, this is like such an unexpected surprise, and oh my God. So me. Thank you. I have to call Natalie. I so love this. I mean, that's what you know, it's all about, right? It's about doing the work and finding moments of joy in your work and being generous to others and having the universe of generosity open to you. So that kind of touched me. So now I'm just going to, you know, do some personal things, exercise, walk my dogs, connect with my friends and my family, and then 8 o'clock, start the grind all over again. I don't want the work to overwhelm me, so sometimes I just have to stay on top of it. And if you like these stories and you want to see more of them, just let me know. Share this story with your friend. That always helps. Subscribe. And of course, turn on notifications just so you can see when I upload new videos every single week. So until next time, a slice of my digital life. I'll see you then. See you soon.